welcome back. Sorry I'm squinched down here, but I want you to be able to see the cards. Here we are with another real world example for how to use the Spiritual Ass Kickers Discovery deck to find the root cause of any block, issue, problem, whatever. So I have another volunteer who's offered to have their issue, their reading publicized so that you guys can benefit. You can benefit as well. And not only see how this works, but you may have a similar issue and you may find this to be extremely helpful if you can relate to this issue. And if you don't already know, the deck is available on my website, shop.askingmeanything.com, or just go to askingmeanything.com and go to the store and find it there, or you can get it on Amazon Prime. Okay, so here is what this person submitted. My job and my health have been issues of the last 2 years since my dad died. I want to leave the family business, but it seems like it's not the right time. I have thyroid issues of 35 years, change of doctor, not the right one yet, so looking for new doctor that will help with naturopathic, holistic type treatment since my body does not like synthetic drugs. Whose does? I have been stuck in these two issues for a couple of years, but I want to start/continue with my spiritual path that was opened up to me a couple years ago by a friend whom I found out after the fact was a medium channeler. She has opened a whole new world to me. I want to find my niche, my path, my purpose. My biggest issue is focus. I cannot stay focused on any of the three above to move forward into the next chapter of my life. I can't seem to keep my chakras in line. I have chiropractic, acupuncture, massages that involve cranial. I have had so many headaches lately. I know it's more than a couple of sentences. I know some of my health issues stem from working at the family business and the stress since my dad passed. Hang on, I gotta scroll down. I want to move on from that job, but until the buyer shows up, I ask daily for a new buyer. They will come when the time is right. Okay, so before even doing a pull, I can tell you that thyroid issues are related. I'll just shuffle while I'm talking about this. Thyroid issues in almost every case are related to like this feeling of when's it my turn. My life is not my own. I don't get to do what I want to do. I don't get to have fun. It's not about me. My life is about other people. So that sounds very in keeping with what you mentioned about like, I don't want to keep doing this family business, right? Can we just manifest a freaking buyer already because I don't want to keep doing it. That is very congruent with thyroid issues. Okay, all right. So I know this is big, right? I just want to say normally I would probably do separate readings if someone came to me and they said, I've got these health issues, I've got this problem with I really need to find a buyer so I can get out of the family business, and I want to continue with my spiritual path. However, in the case of this person, I get that all three are very much intertwined. So we're going to go ahead and do one reading with the intention that addresses all three of these issues. Okay? I'm going to choose red cards first. I get that we're choosing 2 red cards. Again, if you didn't know or you're like, how does she know? I don't know, I'm psychic. But if you don't know, use the die. You can roll the die to find out how many to pull. We're pulling 1 yellow card. And I get that we're going to pull 3 emotion cards. That's the blue card. All right. Let's see what's going on here. So the red cards are the type of block that we're dealing with. Surprise, surprise. Sacred contract. Can you see that? Is what comes up, as well as limiting belief. I really strongly feel like in this case there's a lot of S's. Limiting beliefs feels like there's quite a few going on. Let's see where these are located. Aww, in the heart chakra. Can you see? I tell you, I half expected throat to come up because a lot of times people with throat chakra issues, they're or when they have thyroid issues, they have some throat chakra stuff going on as well. So I'll tell you what I'm getting about that in a second though. I think there's a reason we only got heart and not throat. And the associated emotions are love, faith, and calm. Okay? And if you're wondering why positive emotions might come up in a reading about blocks, there's a video on that I did, so go watch that. Okay, Let me see what I get here. Okay. So it feels to me like there are 5 very distinct issues going on. Now, I just rearranged the cards. I'm sure you noticed that. That's usually what happens when I do a reading. Now, I've found like people love this deck and they have their own ways of using it. I'm just showing you my way to use it. It doesn't mean it's right. It doesn't mean it's perfect for you. It doesn't mean there's no other way. It's just how I do it. So that's what I'm showing you. The cards usually tell me where they want to go, right? They just rearrange themselves. I don't know how else to say it. And I could feel these 3 like connecting as a trio. And then this one and this one and this one were sort of separate. That's how I know there's like 5 issues going on here, which isn't surprising given that this was like a triple play reading, right? So this first issue is a sacred contract that has something to do with love and faith. Okay? We'll come back to that. The second issue is the heart chakra. Now, whatever's going on with this person's heart chakra feels like hella jacked. Okay? Man, I can feel a tightness in my heart chakra just checking in for her around this. But this feels like the pivotal card, which you might even notice aesthetically, it's the only yellow card. So it kind of stands out for that reason, if no other. But I can feel the intensity with which her heart chakra is asking for attention. Limiting beliefs. These limiting beliefs feel very secondary to what's going on over here. And then calm. I feel like that is the thing that she most seeks. I know that in her message she's saying my biggest issue is focus. However, what I feel her energy, her entity, her very being crying out for is more calm. And you know, if you've ever been stuck in a career that like wasn't your choice, or like I know people that have become a doctor because that's what their parents always wanted for them and they didn't want to let their parents down, or their parents paid for schooling for a particular thing and then they didn't want to do that particular thing, they sort of feel guilty. So if you've ever been in a career that wasn't necessarily your choice, that doesn't prompt a lot of calm. You know, it actually creates a lot of stress and aggravation and can manifest as physical illness in the body. There's a tremendous amount of underlying resistance going on. So I feel like that's really what she wants in all areas of her life is calm. She wants that in her body wants calm, her mind wants calm, her career wants calm, like everything about her. I also feel like moving forward on the spiritual path is what's going to bring her calm, yet there's some sacred contract going on with her around faith and love that is having her maintain the status quo. It's why the buyer hasn't showed up yet for the business, or why she hasn't been able to tell her family, I just can't do this anymore. I need to take care of myself and go in a different direction. So, with this heart chakra, let's just see what's going on with this heart chakra. I feel like a tremendous amount of blockage around her heart chakra. And I can see why she says, you know, like I can't keep my chakras in alignment. It's because the heart is what, it kind of makes me think of like someone who keeps going to the chiropractor, but then they insist on like sleeping with a pillow that's terrible for their neck, or sitting in an armchair that just keeps repeatedly putting their body out of whack. Or they have like, you know how guys have those wallets that are like this thick? Like they, you know, they have hip problems because they're sitting on this like giant, basically rock of a wallet on one side of their butt. And so it keeps like torquing their spine. So they keep going back to the chiropractor, but they can't get any lasting relief because they keep exacerbating the situation. That's what I feel like is going on for this person with the heart chakra. It's kind of like, hey, she keeps getting her chakras aligned. She keeps going to acupuncture and chiropractic. And yet there's something the heart chakra is doing that keeps throwing everything out of whack. So that feels like first and foremost, the thing that needs to be addressed is this heart chakra. And I feel like for her, it feels very specifically around like deserving love and deserving to be happy and deserving to have calm. Because right now I feel like she believes that chaos is a part of life and we don't always get what we want, and you should be happy for what you have and not, you know, wish for too much more, and that all limiting beliefs, by the way, everything I just mentioned. So fix the heart chakra. Again, I think the easiest way is do a crystal grid. Like buy a second deck of cards so you can have a grid set up and still keep doing readings on other stuff. That's what I do. Well, I don't buy them, right? Because I made them. So I got tons of decks. But I have tons of copies of this deck. I mean, yeah, I would address the heart chakra first. I would do that with a crystal grid. I feel like it may take 7 to 10 days. Like it's going to be a heavy duty grid. Drink a lot of water during that time. And then once you have that set up, start working on the sacred contract. Figure out what that is and what needs to be resolved around it. To get to the root of this contract, what I would ask myself is, what do I believe is conditional about love and faith? Like, I can have love if, or love is dependent upon. Like, finish those sentences, see where it gets you. And then same thing with faith. That's going to clue you into what the sacred contract is about. Then, once that's done or in place, the limiting beliefs will become clear, and you can clear those however you like to clear limiting beliefs. I don't know. Do you have a copy of my book, 1, 2, 3 Clarity? It's all about how to clear limiting beliefs. And then, as that's all in place, ask if you have any remaining blocks around bringing in calm. And if not, focus on bringing more calm into your life. Like maybe you start meditating, maybe you take long hot shower. What calms you down? You know, is it scented candles? Is it Epsom soaks? Is it sitting in nature? Is it gardening? I don't know, right? Maybe it's music. Whatever calms you down, I would actively bring more of that into your life. But that's going to be way more effective once all of this is handled. So there you go. Thank you for sharing your block with us so that we could learn from it and so that everyone could benefit. And remember, Discovery Deck is available on Amazon, or you can find it at askingmeanything.com in the store. All right, I'll see you in the next video.